The bat who wanted to see the sun. In a quiet forest, under a big, starry sky, lived a little bat named Kiki. Kiki was small, with shiny brown wings and the biggest, brightest eyes you could imagine. She loved her family and friends, but there was something special about Kiki. While all the other bats loved the cool, dark night, Kiki was curious about something very different: the bright and golden sun. "I wonder what it feels like," she thought. "Is it warm like a hug?" Kiki's heart was full of dreams. Every morning, just before the sun rose, Kiki peeked through the leaves of her tree. She watched as the dark sky slowly changed into beautiful shades of pink, orange, and gold. "It's so beautiful," she whispered with wide, sparkling eyes. The colors made her heart flutter with happiness. But when the sun climbed higher and the light grew brighter, Kiki would quickly close her eyes and hide. It was too bright for her little bat eyes. Even though everyone said bats didn't belong in the sunlight, Kiki's heart felt different. She dreamed of what it would be like to soar under the golden sky and feel the warm sun on her tiny wings. "Maybe there's a way," she thought. "Maybe I can find a way to be part of the morning too." Every day, her wish grew stronger, and Kiki knew she had to be brave enough to follow her heart. Kiki spent many days dreaming quietly in her cozy tree. She imagined herself flying across a bright blue sky, her wings gliding through warm, golden beams of light. She pictured herself laughing and spinning in the sunshine, just like the birds she sometimes saw from afar. One day, Kiki whispered to herself with a big, hopeful smile, "I will meet the sun. I just know it." Her friends, hearing her dreams, giggled and shook their heads. "Silly Kiki," they said kindly. "The sun is too strong for bats like us. You'll get lost, or worse, you'll get hurt." But Kiki didn't feel silly at all. Deep in her heart, she felt strong and brave. She believed that dreams, no matter how big or bright, were worth chasing, even if they seemed a little impossible. One evening, as the stars twinkled softly above, Kiki visited her wise friend, Oliver the owl. She flapped her little wings and sat beside him on a high, sturdy branch. Kiki shared her dream about meeting the sun and dancing in the golden sky. Oliver listened carefully, his big round eyes full of kindness. He nodded slowly and gave a warm smile. "You have a brave heart, Kiki," Oliver said in his deep, gentle voice. "But the sun can be very strong for little bats. If you want to feel its warmth safely, try flying at sunrise or sunset, when the sun is still soft and gentle." Kiki's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Thank you, Oliver," she chirped happily. Now she had a plan, and she couldn't wait to make her dream come true. The next few nights, Kiki practiced flying faster and stronger. She wanted to be ready for the big adventure ahead. With every beat of her tiny wings, she felt more confident. She zipped through the trees, swooping around branches, and soared above the river. The cool night air made her feel alive, and she couldn't help but smile as she flew. Even though she felt nervous about her upcoming flight, she was happy. "I can do this," Kiki whispered to herself, her heart racing with excitement. With every practice flight, she knew the dream was getting closer. The thought of flying towards the warm sun filled her with joy. Kiki was determined to chase her dreams, no matter how far away they seemed. And now, the moment she had been waiting for was almost here. One early morning, when the stars were beginning to fade, Kiki woke up with a flutter in her heart. She stretched her little wings wide and took a deep, excited breath. "Today is the day," she whispered to herself, her eyes sparkling with anticipation. She flew out into the cool, quiet air, feeling the soft breeze brush against her fur. It was a peaceful moment, but Kiki knew this was the start of something big. Slowly, as she flew higher, the sky around her began to change. First, it turned a soft pink, then deepened into a warm orange. And as she soared, a gentle golden light touched her wings, making her feel like she was glowing. Kiki couldn't help but giggle. "It's so warm and beautiful," she said, twirling in the air with pure joy. Her heart felt light as she danced in the soft morning light, knowing she was finally living her dream. Kiki danced and twirled, spinning gracefully through the soft morning light. The world around her seemed to shimmer and sparkle. The river below glittered like diamonds, and the trees stood tall, glowing with the touch of the sun. Kiki had never felt so happy in her entire life. The warmth of the sunlight wrapped around her like a cozy blanket, making her feel safe and loved. With her wings outstretched, Kiki closed her eyes and let out a joyful laugh. "My dream is real!" she exclaimed, her heart overflowing with happiness. She was flying with the sun, something she had always imagined but never thought possible. This was the moment she had been waiting for, and it was more beautiful than she had ever dreamed. But soon the sun climbed higher in the sky, and its light grew stronger and warmer. Kiki's eyes started to hurt, and her wings felt too hot. She tried to keep flying, but the warmth became overwhelming. She flapped her wings harder, searching for shade, but everything around her looked too bright and different. The once soft light now felt too strong for her little bat body. Kiki's heart began to race, and soon she started to feel dizzy and tired. "Oh no," she thought, panic creeping into her chest. "I stayed out too long." She realized that, even though she had loved the warm sunlight, it wasn't as easy as she had imagined. The sun, while beautiful, was stronger than she had expected. Kiki knew it was time to find her way back to the cool shadows of her tree. Just when Kiki thought she couldn't fly any longer, she heard a familiar, kind voice. "Over here, Kiki." It was Oliver. The wise owl swooped down from the sky and guided her to a big, leafy tree with plenty of cool shade. Kiki's wings were tired, but with Oliver's help, she gently landed in the safe, cool shadows. She curled up on a soft branch, feeling the relief of the shade wash over her. "Thank you, Oliver," Kiki said in a soft, tired voice, still a little dizzy but grateful. Oliver smiled warmly, his gentle eyes full of understanding. "Dreams are beautiful, Kiki," he said, "but you must also be safe and take care of yourself. It's important to chase your dreams, but it's just as important to know your limits and listen to your heart." Kiki nodded, feeling a deep sense of peace. She had learned that dreams could come true, but balance and self-care were just as important. As Kiki rested in the cool shade, her wings stretched out comfortably, she thought about everything that had happened that morning. She realized something important. Being brave didn't always mean pushing herself too far. Sometimes it meant knowing when to stop and listen to her body. It meant finding the right balance between chasing her dreams and taking care of herself. Kiki decided that from now on she would fly during sunrise and sunset, just when the sun was soft and gentle. She could have her adventures, feel the warmth of the sun, and stay safe, too. She was excited about the idea of exploring the world in a way that balanced both her dreams and her well-being. Each flight would be a new adventure, full of joy and beauty, but also with care.